everyone. Welcome to our podcast and I'm your host, Grace. I'm with Dave Lavinia, isang real estate advisor or assessor in mobiliario. So, welcome Dave.
Thank you.
So, tell me about yourself and what you do.
Okay, well, first and foremost, it's an honor to be here in Katambayan channel. My name is David Lavinia, and I'm one of the actually new accessory mobiliario here in Barcelona, Spain. However, in the field, I'm 5 years more or less na. I'm an entrepreneur, and I'm also an investor, and people know me as a real estate guy. Here in Barcelona, Spain.
Okay, then how would you describe your work as a real estate advisor?
Okay, it's actually funny that you've asked that because when people hear this word, they might look to me na parang ako yung abogado ng problema nila. Ako yung karpintero, paano ba sosolusyonan yung pader nila, nagdi-leak. Ako yung maaprobahan ba ako sa bangko. I don't know. But most of my work is to be an intermediary between the buyer and the seller to come into the best conditions or situations, terms and conditions between those two sides. Mostly yun yung task ko, which is hey, if the buyer wants to buy this, normally ang buyer, they want to make it cheaper, no? Yung binibili nila. On the seller side, they want the best offer. Yun yung tinitingnan nila. They don't want sabi natin, you're gonna get a discount of 12 or 50,000, and they mostly not gonna take those from the buyers. So there's like thousands of buyers there. And they just want to filter those buyers who will be accepting the asking price or even higher at most time. No?
Okay, yeah.
So yeah.
So, you think ano yung mas madami, yung buyer or seller? In
terms of yung contacts ba?
Yeah.
You mean?
Yung mga nag-inquire sa'yo, like,
mostly kasi, mga buyers yung lumalapit sa amin. 80% or even 90% of home buyers, they want to confide into an agency because we have a physical office, or we are declared as a professional on the sector. And few are just like looking directly to buy to a particular sa direkto sa may owner, no? So, ayun, yun yung tinitingnan namin, mostly buyers. But there are some times na, kunyari, meron kaming, I have two pages. One is for properties in the Philippines because I'm a real estate agent as well in the Philippines.
Okay.
And as well here in Safety, in Barcelona.
Okay, yeah. So, and then, what makes the way you work different from a traditional real estate agency?
Yeah, I think it's the most personalized and customized ever na ang gusto kong offer. What I have discovered the past years that I've been working in this sector is the customization, the flexibility to offer to the buyer side and of course to the seller side. So I'm looking always for solutions because I cannot call myself an entrepreneur if I'm only looking for what would be the outcome after I did my job, no? So I want to make this flexible as possible to both sides, no? So personalized and customized for the buyer and the seller. Of course, another service that I'm providing to our fellow Filipinos as well is the capacity for them na kasi I have encountered with some of hindi ko na disclose siguro yung mga pangalan, but I have coincided with some buyers na ay wala akong ipon dito. Paano ko makuha yung 100% financing? So doon ako pumapasok ng paano kaya masosolusyonan yon, no? So mostly depende sa profile ng buyer. May mga tao kasi may bad credit or they're not using they're using credit cards sometimes but they're not paying well. So may mga nakikita yun ng bangko or they're not even using credit as well, and then the bank doesn't have any some sort of
Okay.
records if good payer ba siya or bad
Mhm.
payer, no? So limited lang yung yung pagpapautang sa kanila. For Filipinos, I have seen Filipinos that has like apartments like 15, 20 million appraisal value, no? Why can't they like take out some sort of
Mhm.
financing from there, bring it here, and then they have the what's so-called entrada or down payment, no?
Mm.
So the property, their apartment, like 6 or 7 doors in the Philippines, is paying them their monthly amortization, paying on its own yung loan na yon, but they have been able to pay, to use the money to buy here, no? And then of course the rest of the financing dito na lang. So
Oh.
yun yung mga techniques na mga tinuturo ko lang din sa sa mga kababayan natin. So if you're investing, dapat you have to know, you have to make use of all your assets or resources as well. So yun yung
So meron ka na-encounter doon na may mga like nandito sa
Yeah,
Barcelona, may
not-
mga
yeah.
sila sa Pilipinas?
Not only here in Barcelona, but I have traveled, for example, Italy, Turkey. I've seen Filipinos that has apartments. Why do you want to take out some equity
Mhm.
from your property, and then we can bring it here. We can use, I mean, not irresponsibly to your funds, but if you're planning to use it for your wedding, or your home buying, or other cases, travel or some sort, you can use that money as well.
That's nice.
Mhm.
Okay, and then now we're going to the services you offer,
Yeah. Okay.
right? No. Then, for example, when someone wants to buy or sell their home, how exactly can you help them?
So for homeowners, may mga particular kasi na nagbebenta sa kanila. So ang struggle na nakikita ko sa mga homeowners already, that they're selling their property, they're sometimes not here, they're sometimes divorced, they
Yeah,
divorced na, so
true.
they want
Mhm.
to liquidate their sites, no?
Properties.
What we do is we pumapasok kami sa eksena, and then we give advices on paano kayo makapag-proceed on liquidating that asset. We put your property, dapat before we even like list that property, dapat maayos yung documentation, merong cedula de
Mhm.
habitabilidad, certificate ng energetica, and some others, no? May nakita nga rin kaming ibang mga documentations na nabili ni owner yung property niya as NIE, and then yung bago niya ng dokumento is DNI na.
Oh,
So
yeah.
may
paano?
mga ganong cases, no?
So ikaw din yung nag-handle ng
So
mga
ina-handle din
ganon.
namin yon. So
Okay.
ano yung pwedeng gawin, no? So may mga ganong cases na yun yung papasok yung professional advising talaga.
Okay. So, sa mga services na yan, then what do you offer to the homeowners or lalo na sa mga kababayan natin dito na who wants to put their property on the market?
Okay, so in this case, I'm working with Safety, which is actually an agency. They started in France before, I think somewhere around 2010, and then nagbukas sila ng kanilang network here in Spain. I think somewhere around 2018, 2019. Mostly baka sabihin nila ng mga tao na we are the traditional agency. No, the company actually is a very innovative company. We're mostly working independently. We're just using the broker's branding as well, and then the tools that we use. So ang maganda kasi dito sa Safety is we have 150 na mga portales inmobiliarios or listing companies.
Okay.
So we can make the property much more visible in a wider spectrum. So national and international yung paglilist namin ng property. So there's more offers. Sometimes may mga property, may mga home buyers na tiga ibang bansa or America or Poland. Sometimes may mga bumibili dyan ng mga investors. So the higher the visibility, the more options ang binabato ng mga ng mga buyers dun sa property.
So malaking agency yung Safety, no?
We
Safety, sorry.
Yeah, internationally we are 6,500 brokers here
Only
in
Barcelona or Europe?
no in within Europe.
Within
So
Europe.
we are in Portugal, Spain, France. I believe next year magkakaroon kami in Italy as
Italy.
well.
Okay.
So we are actually looking to build a team as well in Italy. And here in Spain, we're 500 na accessory mobiliaryo.
Ay, madami din.
Madami din siya, pero kulang to
Kulang pa din.
kulang pa siya
Kasi
kasi
maraming nag-inquire sa inyo.
madami nag-inquire, but also not inquiring kasi if you can see it statistically, yung brokers here all over Spain is nasa around 150, 160,000.
Madami.
But I believe yung population natin is how much? Well, di naman tayo,
Yeah,
Mga
kasi
Spanish,
marami. True.
mga 38 million
Yeah,
siguro dito
madami.
38 million ba? Siguro check na lang natin sa Google, no? And then 75% is homeowners, no? So there's like an opportunity on that market. So madaming nag-buy and sell talaga. Especially here in Barcelona, there's lots of operations ng buy and sell. Kaya ang daming bawat kanto may mga may ahensya, no?
True, ang dami. Pero sa madaming agency na yan, marami talaga naghahanap. Diba?
Marami naghahanap,
yes. So, next, let's talk about visibility.
Yes.
No? How do you make sure that the property reaches more buyers?
Yeah, as I'm working here sa Safety. Since nabanggit ko nga kanina, we have 150 portales inmobiliarios or listing companies. Not only magkakaroon ka ng market dito sa sa Spain, but also internationally. So more kasi dito sa Spain, mostly ang mga hinahanap ng mga home buyers is to use the property, di ba, as primary residence.
Yeah.
But we also have ngayon yung sa mga international market, mostly mga ngayon Actually, even though ang nakikita ngayon na wala na yung golden visa, di ba?
Yeah, nawala.
So ang ibang home buyers pupunta sa Portugal, mga investors. Pero there's still if na-interesado rin yung mga for example, mga Pilipino sa atin, gustong bumili dito sa sa Spanya, pwede pa rin naman silang bumili.
Okay.
So ang financing lang is limited here in Spain. I think it's like 50 to 70% financing. It's hard to get the 100% if you're not resident. But the good thing about that is you will gonna have a NIE, no?
Yeah, true.
Ang NIE no lucrativo ang tawag, no? Or no residente. So yun yung
Okay. So next question, like how important are photography, and the presentation and the pricing strategy?
Yeah. So let's start first, I think, with visibility. Right? The photography, I think. The visibility.
This is the next, the photography.
The photography, yeah.
First the photography.
Yeah, I think it's not gonna be valid kung lalagay mo rin naman yung 150 portales immobiliarios yung property mo, tapos later ang pangit ng photo, no? Parang ngayon, especially with Gen Z, mga millennials, ang pangit naman ito.
So talaga maselan talaga.
Maselan sila. So dapat mo talaga, i-stage mo yung
pinaka the best talaga na.
Yes. And here we are partnered with artificial intelligence na even though makalat yung property,
nagagawa nila ng maayos.
Yes, correct. And then you mentioned
presentation.
The presentation niya, yung staging part na dapat iayos na. Pero sometimes kasi di maiwasan may mga nag-aarkila doon sa pasikot-sikot na kulit. Ayaw mag-picture man. So yun yung
minsan napapasama.
So maglalagay pa kami ng prompt doon sa artificial intelligence na Diyos ko naman to.
And then yung the pricing strategy. So yun ang pinaka.
The most important. Yes. Kasi as particular, may mga particular na or yung mga owners na binibenta na yung property higher than the value of the market, no? So out of the market na yung price. So what does this conclude, no? So ang mangyayari diyan, matagal maibenta yung property, maghihintay ka pa ng taon ng kopong-kopong para maibenta yan. Magsasayang ka ng energy para maibenta lang yung property mo. May mga kukontak sa'yo pero you're not sure if they're gonna buy it at that price, no? Or pangatlo, pwedeng mambudol ka na lang siguro pero it's not ethical, no? Na yung mga ganito. May narinig ako na may homeowner na bumili. I think they're Di sila tiga dito talaga. So, no residente sila. Bumili sila sa Poblasec ng around, nakwento lang to sa akin,
Okay.
around 650,000, 2 bedrooms.
Okay.
So, that's actually, sabi ko, 3 bedrooms sa Poblasec, around 230, 280, mga ganyan. Or pag maayos-ayos pa,
Yeah.
mga 300K, no? Pero sabi ko, 600, that's double of the amount of
Yeah.
ng market price dun sa sa zone. So, we use tools actually to check yung price per square meter sa area and
Area.
demographics. So we use those tools, but sometimes when we present this to the homeowners, they tend to like parang umaatungan sila. Ay, paano na may mga interest kong binayad? Ay, paano naman ginastusan ko yung renovation?
Yeah.
I mean, somehow there's an added value but not that
Not
much, no?
really.
So you need to check the comparative analysis na kapitbahay mo binebenta 250,000, nakaparke yung swelo. Tapos yung sayo, butas-butas yung swelo, bibenta mo 300K.
Mas mahal, no?
So, alin mismo yung inalabas sa market, no? So there's like out of the market, market price and under the market, which is yun yung pinaka magaganda,
Yun yan, oo.
yung binibili talaga. Mabilis tumabas yun. So,
Mabilis din mabenta.
mabilis yung
Mabilis
bumenta. In 2
mabenta.
days, 3 days, nabebenta
Oo.
yun. So, kapag kunyari, ito, message ko lang sa mga, sa mga home buyers, which is, pag may mga ganong opportunity, magbato na kayo ng offer ninyo. Kasi lumilipad lang yung mga ganong offer.
So talagang maraming kompetensyang nangyayari.
Madami.
Talagang mabilisan
Oh,
na.
sabihin natin, meron kang 2 bedrooms sa Paseo de Gracia.
Mhm.
Sabihin natin, lumabas yun sa market 150K. Hindi mo bibili yun?
Well,
Diba?
speaking of the price, no, 150 euros, 150,000 euros. Syempre may iba tayong mga kababayan na wala talagang
Walang
ganong
capacity.
kalaking
Mhm.
So, anong mga proseso?
We need to check the feasibility check or yung estudio de hipoteca kung ma-provide ba sa kanila yung 90 at least percent or 95 or even 100% at most of the times. So I advise yung mga home buyers na to have like a good credit score as
Yeah,
well sa
kailangan
when it comes to
ano.
buy, and save.
Yeah, true.
Yun yung yun lang yung sekreto.
Okay. So, now we go to the added value.
Ano
No?
na yun? Hindi ko
Okay, so, like,
nag-study po siya.
oo nga. Many homeowners, lalo na yung mga kababayan natin, no, don't know where to start,
Mhm.
no? Then, what is the first step you recommend? So,
Okay.
recommend, sorry.
Yeah, okay. Kasi madami nag-i-inquire sa akin na hanapan mo ako dito sa sa area ng Nobody's. Hanapan mo ako dito sa Poblasec. But they haven't been able to talk with their banker first, no? If
Yeah.
finance ba yung ganong amount, or they don't know yet if they don't even have the savings that they need, no? So they need to do a little bit of research. Ang pinaka first talaga is the financing side. Okay, I have this amount of
Yeah.
money. However, after I pay the down payment, how much ba
Paano?
yung may
Yeah.
bibigay ng bangko, no? So they need to check that first, which I also give. If may consultancy fee ako for asking the studio de hipoteca, kasi it's also a work na titingnan namin yung kung maganda ba yung credit score or kaya ba yung financing na kailangan, or kung saan tayo hugot ng financing. Nagawa naman ng paraan.
Yeah.
Depende sa profile ng buyer.
So, syempre, before lang magtatanong sila sa'yo, mag-consult sa'yo, syempre may consultation fee ka, di ba?
Yeah.
Syempre, lahat naman ng mga ginagawa, wala nang libre ngayon.
Wala nang libre.
Wala nang libre
Kahit pagsasayaw nga ni
Diba?
Kuya.
Wala na daw libre ngayon. So, ang pinaka-importante talaga, syempre, meron kang savings. Ang
Yes.
pinaka-importante. Kasi kahit gusto mong bumili ng apartment, ng bahay, kung wala ka naman savings pa nun.
Yeah.
Which is, kailangan talaga mag-save ng mag-save. Habang,
Also, may add rin ako doon sa savings kasi madami na nag-i-inquire sa akin, and this is for the benefit of the audience as well.
yeah.
Pwede ba akong mag-abal yung gobyerno sa akin, yung tinatawag na ICF, yung Instituto Catalana de Finanzas or something like that, na bibigyan ka ng 50,000 ni gobyerno para sa down payment, and then the later ifa-finance mo na lang. So, what happens after nabili mo through ICF or yung abal ng gobyerno? Kasi is interesting offer na na ng gobyerno for those that below 35 years old.
Okay.
Ang problem lang doon is yung kapag nabili mo na yung property, it will be declared as Vivienda de Protección Oficial. So, ibig sabihin, hindi mo siya pwedeng parenta ng market price or hindi mo pwedeng parenta at all. Or may mga conditions kasi yan eh. Or hindi mo rin siya pwedeng ibenta ng market price. So, if nabili mo siya ng 150,000, ang market price na is 500,000.
Hindi pa pwede.
Hindi pwede. Di ba
So,
pwede?
parang binili mo yon na parang sa'yo, pero hindi talaga yan totally parang
Hindi.
sayong-sayo.
May
Diba? Parang ganun.
May hati si gobyerno.
Kasi nga doon ka nang hiram ng pang-down doon.
Yeah.
So,
Not unless comfortable sila with that. So, yun yung
okay. So, hindi mo siya pwedeng parentahan sa iba kung halimbawa...
I mean,
diba?
siguro sa atin
Diba?
yung
may
na lang, pag ganun na lang. Para-paraan na lang.
Pero syempre, as a batas, kailangan din nating sumunod sa batas.
Correct, yeah. At saka mahirap pag may penalty yan.
Yeah. Yan ang pinakamahirap, no?
Yeah.
So, and then, what are the most common mistakes you see when someone try to sell or to buy on their own?
I think starting with selling, most kasi na nakita ko na particular are either wala silang magandang picture sa pag-ayos nila. Hindi rin ayos yung documentation. May nakita akong nagsisell dito sa center. Wala pa yung klase energetika tapos hindi rin sinabi na inaayos pa pala yung so parang bibisita doon yung bibili tapos makita yung ganyang katambak-tambak na di ba? So dapat may transparency dun sa sa bibili para alam nila. And of course from there bababa ng konti yung value dahil
syempre sa nakita nila. So imbis mabili na, mabenta na, wala na dahil
at saka waste of time as well. Yun yung so mag-visit ka para makita lang yung ganun, no?
Kaya dapat kailangan kapag binenta mo yung bagay na yan, siguraduhin mong kabenta-benta.
Yes.
Diba? Tama ba?
Yes. At sa yung photography nga, as I mentioned, yung description, di man
kung gusto mo talaga siyang mabenta, pagandahin mo na. Diba?
Pagandahin mo talaga.
True.
And for the buyer side, siguro, yun nga, as mas confident kasi yung buyers na direkto sa sa agency magtanong or sa assessor. Ako independent kasi yung assessorya ko. So we move differently. Kada assessor is iba't iba yung pagkatrabaho nila. So on my side, it's more personalized and customized based on the buyer's profile talaga. So magkano yung savings mo, nakapag-usap ka na ba yung sa bangko mo, may mga utang ka ba na hindi mo nabayaran or may utang ka pa sa ngayon o may asset ka ba somewhere else na pwede nating hatakan. So may mga ganun na nangyayari sa consultation ko. Hindi ko naman din inaalam or iniusisa pero it's better to know para alam ko kung paano ko talaga sila tutulungan or pupunan yung kulang nila. Mostly kasi yung yung problem is paano ko pupunan yung
kung wala namang alam din sa kanila.
Yes.
So talagang mas maganda na talagang merong agent na advisor na talagang tumutulong sa mga nagbebenta or bumibili ng isang
correct. Yes.
Apartment or bahay ba yan?
Investments or
investment. Yeah. So, okay. And then the next question is, why is it important to have an advisor who filters visits and buyers? So
that is more for the seller side kasi may mga di mo alam mo talaga yung mga buyers kung masamang loob yan na magche-check lang and then later magiging okupas, no? So yun yung isa sa mga nakakatakot na ginagawa namin, no? Like I think it was like last week lang. Ito rin sa seller side, may nakita akong lokal. Yung lokal, I don't know what that was, pero natakot ako talaga. Like, matatakot ka dahil super dilim, ang dark ng place, sigarilyo, dito. Parang alam mo yung mga tipiko na sa pelikula ng mga mafia, yun yung parang yun yung crib nila. So sabi ko, may dalawa doon. Isa, ewan ko, parang lasing or akala ko na siya yung vendor, lang pala, bisita lang pala. So, pinapapasok nila ako sa mga liblib na lugar talaga. So, yun yung, sabi ko, dito to, habitasyon to, pero local talaga to, pero habitasyon to. So, parang some sort of, tinatawag na, putik lube. So, putik lube. So, nagulat ako. Yun pala yung dinatnang ko. Pero sabi ko, sa ano ko lang, sa reputation ko, ayoko magbebenta ng gano'n.
Syempre naman.
So, tapos pinapapanik pa ako sa ganyan. I don't know kung anong gagawin nila sa akin. May mga ganun din ang kompanyeros.
So, hindi lang, medyo din pala yung magiging isang
Mahirap din. Oh.
real estate advisor, no? Parang, syempre, din yung buhay mo din doon, no?
Arrest,
Diba?
plus arrest din, no?
No?
Nakakato ka minsan, o kupas pala yung may
Something,
alam yung ano. So, yun yung mga nadadat na namin araw-araw minsan. At saka iniirapan kami ng mga tao. Yun yung mga nakikita namin minsan.
Okay, so now we're going to ask this. Kung ano yung masasabi mo sa mga kababayan natin na gustong magbenta o gustong bumili ng mga properties, lalong-lalo na dito sa Barcelona.
Okay, so if kailangan ninyo ng professional advice sa pagbebenta or even sa pagbibili ng inyong first property or second property or investment, you can just contact me. We will probably put the contact or the web page na lang doon sa description. And pwede po kayo makipag-ugnayan sa akin. And I'll try my best na tulungan po kayo.
May nakalimutan pala ako tanong sa'yo yung about sa personal shopper immobiliaryo na gusto mo idagdag.
Actually, it's a good question nga din kasi mostly nga since pumapatak sa akin is mga inquiry from the buyer and sometimes we don't have the property on our wallet doon sa hinarap nilang area. So what we do is we are working on behalf of the buyer, not the seller. So we negotiate the price directly to the seller. If it's a particular or is it a agencia, kami makikipag-negotiate directly, and then the documentary processes, hanggang sa pagpipirma ninyo ng sa notary. Kasi technically ang trabaho namin, there's like the offer, babato ka ng offer, magbabato ka, sabihin natin, bato ako biling ko yun ng 200,000, bato ka ng 1,000 euros. Kapag inaccept yon ng seller, automatic kayo, yung tinatawag na aras or reservation. So kapag nag-aras na kayo, technically tapos na kami. Pero kami hanggang sa dulo, hanggang notary kami.
Nag-guide kayo.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Then now, what would you most like people to understand about your work?
Yun nga, as I mentioned before, akala nga nila ang real estate agency is like parang andyan lahat ng yung pagpa-finance, pag-renovation ng bahay, or papalagyan ko ng camera de seguridad yung bahay ko. Actually, we have those services. Those are complimentary services. Pero mainly ang serbisyo na binibigay talaga namin sa home buyers muna is yung makapili sila ng kanilang bibilin talaga na property, yung mapapamahal sila sa property. Kasi kapag may mga home buyers talaga na dito, ayan, for example, na-mention lang kanina ni Kuya, pagpasok mo sa isang property, it's very normal na may mararamdaman ka minsan.
Okay.
May mga ganyan.
May ganun talaga.
May ganun talaga. Okay. May mga property naman na kapag pasok mo, ang cozy dito, parang itong gusto ko kaso medyo mahal. So parang you're helping as well yung decision making ng buyer, no? And sa seller side naman, we're trying to look the right buyer for their property, who's gonna be either giving the asking price or a little bit higher. Kasi sometimes nagbibid yung mga tao Pag napamahal na yung tao dun sa property, batuhan ko ng 2,000 euros more or 3,000 euros more. Depende sa nila. Sa negotiation ng, sa capacity nila and sa financing nila. No? Okay. So, yung mga ganun talaga. So, yun yung mostly ng work ko.
Okay. So, if someone watching, of course, maraming nanonood dyan, lalo na sa mga kababayan, na gustong bumili or gustong ibenta ang kanilang mga property or simply get guidance and how to contact you.
Okay, so you can just contact me through my email na siguro kasi pumuputok palagi yung aking yung telepono ko. david.lavina@safety.es.
Ayan. So, mga interesado po dyan, pwede nyong i-email or tawagan?
Siguro i-WhatsApp nyo na lang.
WhatsApp na lang?
Kasi most of the time, for example, nagbabibrate yung phone ko. So, you can just send me a WhatsApp and I'll try my best na i-check yung case na.
Ayan. So, sa mga interesado po, ayan, willing po si Dave na tulungan po kayo. And then the final message, would you like to leave for the homeowners o sa ating mga kababayan who are who are considering the selling right now?
Who are considering to sell right now, actually it's a good time to sell. If well, syempre hindi naman
Sell or
natin
buy, sorry.
yeah, di naman it's mostly your decision if you're gonna sell right now. If you're an investor, it's a buyer's market, so you can a seller's market. So ngayon tumataas per zone yung mga areas kasi there's lots of renovation mga projects ng government dito sa Barcelona sa connectivity infrastructure. So if you're investing, it's good to flip as well your property. And for home buyers na they're planning to buy their own property, start now. Start as early as possible kasi the price will not gonna stop.
Yeah. So sa mga may budget na din naman dyan at gusto talagang bumili, no?
Yeah.
Like pwede niyang bumili ng kanilang mga properties, investment. No?
Yeah.
So ano pa hinantay nyo?
Correct.
Andito si Dave para gabayan kayo. So, ano pang gusto mo sabihin sa ating mga kababayan?
I think you can, if you're looking for whatever purpose it is, maganda mag-invest. Yun yung start as early as possible. I started with like 20 euros in my pocket when I started investing.
Wow.
I just risk it all and I have 3 condos already.
Wow!
So yun yung
How to be you? How to be you po?
But it's mostly talagang starting na
True
talaga.
naman.
Starting
Invest lang. I mean, save lang ng save, no?
Yes.
Yan ang pinaka-importante. So, syempre kasi, mas maganda naman talaga na meron ka na, syempre hindi ka naman pabata ng pabata, di ba?
Yeah.
Patanda ka na, di ba? So, much better na mag-ipon ka, meron kang investment. Hindi lang para sa sarili mo, syempre para sa mga anak mo, sa family mo,
Yeah.
di ba? So,
Also, I want to comment that out because that's interesting na sinabi ninyo, yung time.
yeah.
Kasi normally, through my experience lang ang mga nagkakaroon ng opportunity na to take action on the buying side is nasa 20, 30 years old. 35-ish.
Yeah, daw. Yes.
40s to 50s, medyo
Yeah.
nahihirapan.
Oh, true.
And then 55, yan parang, ay sayang, dapat pala bumili ako. Parang yun yung
Yes.
napansin ko sa buyer's market.
Which is totoo naman kasi may mga nakakilala din naman ako na gano'n. Sabi niya, nung 10 years ago, no, bata ka pa, pwede ka na kumuha, mag-invest ka, ganito, ganyan. Pero ngayon, ilang taon na ako, so parang, ganun na daw.
Yes.
So, sa mga bata dyan na talagang meron ng ipon,
Or mag-ipon.
O mag-ipon, di ba? So, yun na yung opportunity ninyo na para at least, pag tumanda na kayo, at least, di ba?
Correct.
Meron na kayong investments.
Yes.
Di ba?
And then, pwede nyo pa actually paglaruan yung investments yun na yun. Which is siguro sa next podcast na lang natin.
Okay. Maraming salamat sa oras mo, siyempre, sa panahon mo na ma-share mo din yung kung ano yung mga dapat gawin ng mga taong gustong bumili at gustong ibenta ang kanilang mga properties. Maraming salamat. Sana may natutunan po kayo. At siyempre, maraming salamat, Kuya Ivan, sa Katambayan Channel sa time na binigay niyo sa amin, sa oportunidad na ito. So, maraming salamat muli. Ako po si Grace at syempre,
David Lavinia.
So,
Balita ba?
so, that's all po sa hapon na ito. Maraming salamat po. Bye-bye po. See you sa next episode. Bye.
Thank you.
Katambayan Podcast, dito tayo sama-sama. Katambayan Podcast, kwento, balita, istorya. Katambayan Podcast, dito tayo sama-sama.